Hey guys, Keith here. I've been playing Reign of Guilds since it came out on early access, and it's apparent to me that the game needs a little help. So here's 5 things that I think the game needs to be taken seriously by the community. Real quick, before I get into my list, what you're watching is me and my guild Mana taking on spiders and other players in the spider caves on the tutorial island. So first off, Reign of Guilds vocations need to be available much sooner. Did you even know that Reign of Guilds had a vocation or a class system? You have to hit 15-15 and get off of the tutorial island before you can even find any of the vocation trainers so you can learn about the various vocations in the game. It takes way too long. We're talking days or weeks of playing this game before you even learn about what a necromancer can do or what a druid can do. Not only that, it takes an incredible amount of work to discover what all the classes could possibly do before you can make an informed decision about how you want to play this game. We're talking weeks and weeks before you decide, yeah, I'd like to be an archmage, or I'd like to be a barbarian. Just way too long. And I'm not saying something shouldn't be a grind. It could be a long time before you find this trainer, or it could be a long time before you get the higher level abilities. But to go that long and not even know what you're working towards is just too damn long. And before anyone says, oh, you can just look it up on the internet. I know I've looked at every single page from Reign of Guilds. I know about Rogdoll, and I know about the very great guide on the Steam forums, but they're incomplete, and it shouldn't have to come from a secondary source. That's crazy. Speaking of things that I shouldn't need to look up on the internet, that brings me to my second point. There's not enough information about what strength, dexterity, accuracy, and all these other statistics actually do. I think that in Reign of Guilds, they took some older games where you needed to look things up on the internet and kind of over-rotated in that direction. It makes sense that if there was a really powerful weapon or a powerful recipe or a hidden dungeon that I would have to explore. But anyone should know what strength does. Everyone should know what dexterity does. So the idea that I don't even know what it is that I'm improving or what it will affect seems really wrong to me, and I think that the game needs to do a better job of explaining these statistics and what they do to the player. Another one that could use some help, in my opinion, would be quest management, and this kind of is a bunch of things all rolled up into one. First, you can't take many quests, and it just seems like an outdated reason. Why are we limited to how many quests we can take? That's silly. Just creates an artificial sort of difficulty. Secondly, it shows you some stuff in the quest log, but not who gave you the quest, which again seems silly. I'm not asking for you to show me like on the compass it's this way, which the game kind of does anyway. But how about saying this guy, this particular person, Jill or Bob, gave you the quest? Would that be so hard? Maybe Bob in this town gave you the quest. That would be very helpful. Number 4 for me would definitely be a UI overhaul, at least the chat system. Am I talking in guild chat? Am I talking in party chat? Am I talking in global? I don't really know. It's kind of a mess. And with a game that especially doesn't have VoIP, so I can't even talk to the person next to me, the fact that this is kind of substandard is really bad. And number 5 is quite honestly just communication. There's a lot of people who are downvoting this game on Steam, and it's currently sitting at mixed reviews because they believe this is a subscription game. It's not. It's a buy-to-play game. You buy it once. So things like this, and honestly some of the other stuff in this list, wouldn't be so bad if the developers communicated with the player base better. And I understand there's maybe a little bit of a language barrier there, but that's something that can be overcome, right? Hire one translator or hire one person where English is your first language. I don't know. There's ways around that. Hey, hire me. I can take a job. I want to see the game succeed. I will say that I had a wonderful time with my guild Mana going through the spider caves and doing other PvE and PvP activities. But the things in this list I think is really going to hold this game back from being taken seriously by a larger audience. So hopefully it gets fixed soon. Let me know what you think. What things are really aggravating about this game? Have you given it a shot? Are you still playing it? Are you waiting until more improvements are made? Let me know in the comments, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. And I hope to see you in Reign of Guilds, even if they don't make these fixes. Have a good one, guys.